Fast forward a year or two, friends have changed, but so can you. So can you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm filming outside because it's really nice out, and I thought that I would just come out here and relax, but then I was like, I'll just film a video. Okay. I have my green tea, ginseng honey. Nice. There's just an influx of light, and with the topic that I'm going to be talking about today, we need a little bit of light, you know? I'm just soaking it all in. Birds are out. I saw a rabbit before. So today's topic is going to be about, are you a good friend? I think this has crossed everyone's mind. We live in a very fast-paced society, so it's inevitable that at one point or another we're going to be questioning if we have time for other people. We have a quote for this, because we have a quote for everything, don't we? We do. This quote is very meaningful, and it's by Helen Keller. It goes, "I would rather walk with a friend in the dark than in the light." And I like this because it's not about being there for somebody in their good days, but it's also being there for somebody in their darkest moments. You know, most of the time we're so afraid of telling people what we're going through, and we wear our masks even with the people that are closest to us. You would think that by being around somebody 24/7, or for most of your life, that they would notice your mask is on, but they don't. They think you are on all the time. A lot of the times we're not a good friend. We expect people to be there for us 24/7. And that's only because we solely believe we are good people. We want to believe that we are good people, unless there's a different concept there. Unless you want to be the bad guy. No one wants to be painted out as the bad guy. And even though we don't get along with everybody in the entire universe, we get along with some. It's so easy for us to have our great times, great memories with the people we really care about, but do we really see them behind the mask? Have we ever seen them cry? Have we ever seen them hurt themselves? Have we ever seen them hurt someone else? A lot of people can't handle it. The second that they see a negative in the person that they consider to be a friend, it can trigger something in them. And what I mean by that is, if you are constantly being hurt by the people that you are around or you choose to have in your life, it's going to be very hard for you to hold a friendship or even be a good friend towards someone else. Now, it could be the complete opposite. You could be hurt so much, you can use that to power you into a nice human being. But it comes to a point where you've had enough, and sometimes you don't want to be the good guy. Sometimes you want to be the bad guy. I'm tired of this. I can't believe I have been backstabbed over and over and over again. So with all this said, we come to the conclusion of, I am a good friend, because I know how it feels to be hurt. I know how it feels to be alone. I know what it feels like to sit in the bathroom stall because I can't sit with anybody at lunch, or I won't have anyone to connect with, or I will end up being the outcast. But then there are people who are in these groups who still feel like they don't fit in. I was actually talking about this with my brother a couple of minutes ago, and we were talking about ferrets. It'll make sense in a little bit. But animals, they need a companion. Most of them, they need companions. They need to be in groups in order to feel like they're fit for survival. Even though we see them flocking together, they do individually have to live their own. So for me, like, when I look at a human being, I'm like, can you be alone? Can you do things alone? Society is programmed to work in teams. That is why cliques exist. That is why animals come together to hunt their prey. That's what you do to survive. There's a multitude of the same species aiming for a goal, which could be protection or survival. Having friends or having a group per se would make it easier on everyone. not just one person. But there are people who can do things alone. There are people who thrive on independence and they'd rather do things alone because if they're in a group, they feel as if they don't belong. I like doing things alone. I've always done everything by myself. Ever since I was a little kid, like, it never made sense to me why I was being so nice to everybody else and I still was an outcast. And I don't regret it because at some point it taught me how to survive. It's almost like a bird falling out of the nest, like, okay, go learn how to be. And it never occurred to me that being alone meant I can't have friends. It just meant that I couldn't be with people all the time and trust them all the time, which also meant that a very small amount of people could see the dark parts of me. We were so adept to people hiding their feelings, and if they do speak about these occurrences of negative thoughts, we automatically were pushing people away, even though they're going through the exact same things or close to the same things that you are. You know how sometimes someone meets you and they get so excited to meet you, so the first thing that they say is, "You're my best friend." And then some people hate that. You know, some people are like, "Oh, don't call me your best friend immediately. I don't even know you." But then there are people who really love it and they thrive on it in the moment. So they're like, "Oh yeah, we are best friends. Like, we get along so well." So why can't we just accept that we can call anybody a best friend? Like, if we become friends with somebody and they make us happy and they understand us, even if it's in the moment, why can't they be more than just a friend? Why can't they be the best companion that we've ever had? A real friend is somebody who can surpass those moments and still be able to stick with you through it all. It's somebody who's not worried about obstacles. They're not worried about fights. Now, some people could argue that the person that you've just recently met could know so much about you and understand you more than somebody that's known you your entire life. And the person that you've known your entire life, they know that you're going to be there for a very, very long time. Even though maybe you're thinking, no, I'm ready to end this friendship. Don't think that because you fight with somebody that you're not being a good friend. It's how you bounce back. And that's why I really drill it in that if you know how to apologize, that friendship will last for lifetimes. You really want to be aware that you might hurt someone's feelings. Friendships are everything. Friendships are what keep us afloat. If I was living on this planet all by myself and I had no interaction with any humans, would I be able to do it? It's so easy now, right? Because we're surrounded by people and it's easy to seclude ourselves and stay home and not interact and not want to make friends and not trust anybody because we have it. But what if we never had it? What if we didn't have so many people? Like, what if I wasn't able to make this video and connect with so many people all over the world? Would I still feel whole? I'm able to balance both solitude and social interaction, but there are some people who struggle with it, and it's not because they want to struggle. It's because they've been so hurt. So the only thing they know how to do is close up. I think that no matter if someone hurts you, you have to know what it is that you expect. You have to be able to know if you can channel it. If you expect so much out of other people, are you able to do the same thing? And I think that's important. That's the key here. Am I able to be a good friend? Can I give it? Is anyone able to be a good friend to me? But then we really have to look ourselves in the mirror and say, is the problem really me? Or is the problem somebody else? A good friend is somebody who listens to you, It's somebody who's able to understand their own flaws, their own mistakes, so they've chosen you to be their friend. One thing that I've learned recently about being a good friend is listening. I don't think I was a good listener. And these are things that I'm learning so much about myself as every single dingle, I almost said dingle, as every single day passes by. I'm like, am I really listening to the people around me? And that is it, guys. I'm feeling very cold right now. The weather is just really weird lately. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this deep talks video. Also, I just wanted to let you guys know that one of my followers reached out to me. Her name is Nicole. She has a blog. She was so patient as well because I told her that I wanted to announce it in a video. She is an incredibly talented writer. This specific blog post that I want you guys to check out, it is dedicated towards her cousin, passed away, and bringing her memory alive. I think that was very memorable and very honorable of her. So she did such a good job as being a friend, not only as her cousin, being a friend